So we're here to talk on behalf of the LGBT plus workstream for the Diversity Project. And our workstream has been building momentum now for around sort of 5 or 6 years. And we're so thrilled that momentum has gained so much. It's got considerable traction across the industry. The LGBT workstream has now become a collaboration of different organisations working together to positively impact LGBT inclusion and allyship right across the industry. So it's been phenomenal to see the growth of the Interinvest community, a coalition of asset management organisations working together, which was founded by Dion and Kathy. But also great to see the organisation that I lead as well, LGBT Great, build traction within asset management and broader parts of the financial services industry as well. So really important National Inclusion Week. Dion and I are both big believers in the power of now and sort of taking action. And we want to sort of share with you today a bit about sort of Dion's story and experience of allyship within the industry. So without further ado, sort of Dion, tell us a little bit about how you've experienced allyship as an individual.
Thank you, Matt. So as you may be aware, I was asked at work a couple of years ago, and what really resonated with me was the amount of support and allyship that I experienced, both from yourself, but also from people within legal and general investment management. And when we sort of come together and allies come and support and really advocate for you and champion change and sort of are supportive, both in their time and generosity with sort of, ways of moving forward and really creating a platform for me. I think it's this where you played a really key role in giving me that platform, but also, helping me sort of deal with the anger that I felt at that point in time, and really harnessing the energy in a positive way to make a difference for other people. So we talk about organizational change, and what I've seen on the back of that is starting off the LGBT network within legal and general, and really building on that momentum, and then watching organically then obviously becoming an ally for other people within the other marginalized communities, because first of all, I didn't want them to experience what I had experienced, but equally setting up the different strands of diversity within legal and general, and seeing us really become what I would say a really inclusive organization. So starting off from the LGBT lens and building on intersectionality, as you talked about, and really sort of demonstrating both internally and externally that we are an organization who really values difference. And so it's really allowed me to become my authentic self at the same time, as well as being able to support other marginalized communities as well. So really powerful stuff, allyship.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that I'm really getting from what you're sort of saying there is, the power of now, National Inclusion Week, it's a great time to remind ourselves of how powerful allyship can be. And I think for me, when I think of allyship, I think about how do we build people's confidence, confidence to be themselves, confidence to provide spaces to have those conversations. Because we know when we're more confident, we're more likely to feel good, we're more likely to feel ourselves, we're more likely to do positive things which help us within the workplace and sort of broader. Perhaps we could sort of build on a little bit about why allyship actually was so important for you, and actually what it was that people did for you that really made a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was really important for me because I felt really lost at that point in time. And just having somebody to serve as a sounding board, to be a pillar of strength and support and comfort, but also someone to really help and guide me, because, being an ethnic minority who also identifies as being LGBTQ+, it's challenging when you don't have role models or people who look like you to have those conversations. Yes. But the allies around me really sort of came together and said, look, how can we support you? That was a really important question. What could they do to make a difference for me? So things like the mentoring, the ear to listen to me and say, okay, how do you want to take this forward? What can you do to make a difference? So really sort of turning the question on me and saying, what am I going to do now to make a difference for other people?
Yes. Was
a really challenging question, but equally, it laid the foundation for the great work that we've managed to achieve over the last 6 to 7 years. I guess as an ally, what's really important for me is being active, so being more of an advocate, really listening, but also taking action. So being that voice in the room when I'm not present to say, not on my watch, or sort of challenge people's thinking. It's about educating others. It's about really being involved in championing the cause. So being active in sort of supporting at events, to educating yourself, but equally more importantly, is really being that voice and that support mechanism for other people.
Yeah. And that kind of brings us to the sort of the final part of our, sort of little sort of conversation today. The power of now, big theme for National Inclusion Week. what would you say is the one thing that organisations can do to be an ally to the LGBT community?
I think first, the most important thing is actually asking your people what they need from the business, because very often corporates will try to tick a box and do what they think is right for the community without actually checking, what is it your people need. We all are unique, we all are individuals, and every organization has a different way of doing things. So I think it's the starting point is asking your people, what can we do to enable you to feel authentic and bring your whole self to work?
Yeah, completely agree. I think, are we listening to what people think and what people feel and what people want to see? But I think also that there's a point around how we created the environment where people actually feel confident enough to tell us what they think. And of course, all of this is connected to building a really inclusive culture, and allyship obviously plays sort of a critical role within that. So yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me.
Absolutely, and thank you for that conversation. I think what's really important for us now is, in the power of now, what are we all going to be doing going forward to make a difference for all our peers in the asset management savings industry? Let's embrace the power of now and let's make a difference together.
Exactly. Thank you.